Hey guys, it's your girl Claudia Jordan. Thank you so much for joining me on Out Loud right here on Fox Soul. Of course, I'm coming to you from the comforts of my own place because, like the rest of the world, we are being socially responsible. We are quarantining and hoping this pandemic, we get past it safely and we get back to normal life. But okay, enough of that. Tonight, I'm talking to two artists who are known for beautifying some of your favorite celebrities. My first guest is a two-time Emmy Award-winning celebrity hairstylist, and she is good. I had to put it a couple of times. But she's created iconic looks for Tyra Banks, Kerry Washington, Sierra, and so many more. My second guest is a celebrity makeup artist who has beat the faces of many celebrities, and his work has graced the pages of Vogue, Glamour, InStyle, and more. We're talking about the careers, lack of diversity in the beauty industry, and they're giving us some tips on how we can feel sexy and confident during this crazy time where most of us are falling apart without the help of a damn professional, me included. Okay, please welcome my guest, two-time Emmy Award-winning hairstylist Kiyah Wright, and founder and CEO of AJ Crimson Beauty, AJ Crimson. Welcome, you guys.
Hey, thanks. How are you?
Hey, Claudia.
How are y'all dealing with this new normal? Just being, both of you are really busy and always books, and now you're just home now. So how are you dealing with it?
I'm loving it, to be honest. I found a lot of solace in just being in one place for one time because I'm usually traveling like 3 or 4 times a week. So I never know where I'm going to be. And this is the first time where I really get to sit with my own thoughts and actually implement a lot of ideas that I had that I just couldn't do before with all the travel I was doing.
Makes sense. Okay. Kiyah?
Yeah, I can pull from that too on one side. But the day that they closed my salon, for me, it was really emotional. Like I was like packing up my things. They like, gotta leave. We got a city for ordinance from the city. And I just was happy with everybody, like packing up. Oh, I'm gonna go home. Cause I was just thinking, oh, I'll get a break. I won't have to do anything. And when I walked around to put that last bag in the car, I like totally broke down. I was like, holy shit, I'm not gonna be able to share my craft with anyone. Like I do it because I feel inspired when you're inspired. Like my clients, we leave with hugs. I'm a makeover girl. Like I love changing your hair and changing your life. Like that's my whole shit. So when that became my reality for that 5 minutes, it like literally freaked me out. Like
Same.
real talk.
At first, it did seem like, oh, a little break, 2 weeks back, and a lot of us probably like welcomed it. And now we're going on 2 months now.
Yeah.
I feel like it didn't hit me until maybe the 3rd week, and I was running around the house, and I was completely disheveled, and I was laying on the couch, and I just thought, I was like, dang, like I remember when I used to be cute, and I was just looking at pictures, my hair was cut and everything, and I think that next morning was when I
3 weeks
posted a picture just to remind myself of how cute I was. I was like, oh, look at my hair, it was nice, and then I just got up and I just started to cut my hair. I just tried it. You know what I mean? This is my COVID cut. But
freestyle COVID.
Yes, definitely.
Exactly.
Now, we are blessed that it's affecting us in this way, more about boredom and, surface things. But there are a lot of people that are really going through it. Have any of y'all been affected personally? Do you have anybody in your family? Do you know any friends? Have you lost anybody due to the virus?
I haven't lost anyone, but 2 of my relatives, I have an aunt and a cousin that both ended up infected with the COVID-19 virus, but they're better now. I talked to my mom yesterday, and she was saying that they were much better. So that was interesting, and that was the closest that it's hit to home.
Yeah, my sister told me yesterday hers was confirmed. Then she had a nephew over, and then the crazy thing was that she went before on March 8th. She felt all the symptoms, went to the hospital. They really hadn't had everything really together. They said, no, you might have a respiratory infection, go home. But she went back because she had the feelings all over again. And they said, it's confirmed she has it. And then she gave it to my nephew. And now it's just trickling through the whole house. And the kids just don't get it either.
How do you feel about, it came out that like 80% in some cities of the victims, people are dying, are Black, people of color. And then there seems to be a week later, a rush to reopening the country. How do y'all feel about that?
I feel like it's crazy, especially myself, because sorry, AJ, I'm in the I'm in the beauty industry. So for me, I am directly touching you. I'm in your face. It's no way. Like every time I put the mask on, I'm claustrophobic. So every time I put the goddamn mask on, I feel like I'm like constantly taking it off. Like it'll stay on my face, but I'm constantly moving it. So, and it is so easily I don't know if it's ever going to go back to being the same in salons. I think they're going to limit us to one client per suite. My room is larger. So that literally is going to cut my money in half.
Sure.
You know, that's how I'm thinking.
I was really pissed off, to be honest. Like, just to be blunt about it, I was really pissed off when I saw that Atlanta was opening, and I was watching this press conference of the governor Kemp saying that they were reopening in Atlanta, and I just immediately started hitting all of my friends like, please don't go out, like don't go out, like this is a trap. Like I felt like the things that they were saying that were opening first were like barbershops and nail salons and hair salons. I thought this is a trap for Black men, and especially with gyms and barbershops. Like that's a weekly ritual for every guy that I know. You know what I mean? Is the gym and their weekly haircut. So for me, I just only imagine like so many of them getting together because they've been so desperate to be back in those environments and keep up with that. And it was just like, wow. And then to see the comments on some of the posts, it was just so ignorant. Some of the things that people were saying out of misinformation and just not knowing. And then also I felt like being so thirsty for the wrong water. Like we're so thirsty to just jump back out and get back to normal, and you're not realizing that you have the potential to shorten your life and there won't be a new normal for you. You won't get to experience any of that because you've raced out to something that you shouldn't have been in the first place, when you could have just exercised a little bit more patience. Like we've gotten this far, you can another 2 weeks, another 3 weeks is not going to kill you. And
you also have to put it to perspective too. When I try to do this, like, you know, we live a whole different world than the mass America. We live a whole different world. And my sisters and my brother, who they're check to check. Like I'm sending him $25 a week just to eat, living in one room with a whole family, a girlfriend and 2 kids in one room. So when I think about how I feel, I look at them and I'm like, damn, like they really are thinking about like no money, no food. They can't eat at all.
I get the people that want to go back to work, but the people that are going to get a full set of nails.
Yeah.
Like,
that's crazy.
Some of these states, and I will call out Brian Kemp. First of all, he's made it extremely obvious what he cares about. He engaged in, allegedly huge voter suppression of the Black vote in Georgia. And then on top of that, what he's doing is a direct call for our people to go back out there. And we are the guinea pigs. Yeah. Other states, California, like other states are saying the places that are being opened up in Georgia are the ones to not open back up.
Right.
You know, and you know, I'm talking to you guys about this because being in the beauty business, it's a huge mecca for that. You know, in Atlanta is a big hub for like salons.
Vanity. It's all vanity. It's all vanity driven. It's vanity driven first. I know because clients are calling me, asking me, well, can you come in? I don't want to be around you, girl. Like you're not susceptible. Like it's not gonna be antivirus for us. Like I'm healthy, but I'm not like
that about you. Like people hitting your clients thinking, make an exception for me.
Yes. And I do a lot of like executive women, so they still have to be on camera. Some still have to show up. You know, it's a few of them, but they still are used to their regimen. So I've done, you know, like one person, like literally one person. And I'm just like, I don't really know if I feel safe. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, and what if I give it to you? Are you going to sue me? Because you only came to my house and I might have coughed at that second. And now you think I got it. Or what if I did? I don't know. I don't even know. I haven't taken the test. I don't know if I'm a carrier.
I'm not getting any phone calls about that. My entire calendar cleared through August, and I think that's when it really just it knocked me over the head, and I was like, wow, like I get it. So I want to go back to work too. Like I'm missing my girls. I miss, you know, being on set. I miss like traveling. I miss the use of my passport. You know, I miss all of those things, and really like. So I definitely empathize with the people that are just wanting to get back to wanting to get back to work and get back to making some money. I mean, honestly, if I didn't have my makeup business, then I think it would be totally different. You know,
I was gonna
Yes.
ask, how are y'all making money right now? Like, how are you guys making money right now? I know you both have businesses.
Yeah, I'm so blessed. Like I sometimes don't even want to share the blessings because I don't know if people gonna be mad at me. But it has been, it started out, like I said, as a tragedy. Like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? But then I quickly shifted into the part of my business that I had sort of compromised. My thing is I'm a hustler. So a percentage of my income comes a little bit from everywhere. And this internet and my Muse hair business, wigs and extensions, women always still want to be beautiful. I've been selling more now than ever. Women are just clicking the button to buy, to buy, to buy. And it made me be more visual, showing them DIYs, what products to choose. And then that invites more sponsors and then that invites more TV stuff. Like people like, oh, Kiyah, we love you. You know what I mean? I'm just like, wow, this is actually where I should have spent a little bit more of my energy. So it's making me reboot and just structure my whole everything. So this time for me has been amazing. It really has.
I love it. So this is the AJ Crimson Artist Kit, and I absolutely love this because I think this is the most genius thing that I've come up with, because you literally you can get your entire face done out of this entire kit. And women, because of this, it's engaged these Zoom calls and these Zoom conversations, and I have the ability now to do one-on-one consultations with women, like 5 and 10 minute consultations that I set up, help match them in the colors. And that's something I always wanted to do last year, but
wow.
I was always just so busy. And I was like, now is the time to do it. Now is the time to let it be known that you can actually get on a call with the founder, with the creator. I can help match you, because a lot of girls have been wanting to try foundation for me for a long time, but they didn't really know what color to get. So for me, I'm seeing definitely an upswing in sales in that regard. Even our makeup artists that absolutely love the brand, like they have been filling up their kits. They've been stocking. We've been having open dialogue and conversation. I'm usually really active on my lives anyway, but I haven't seen this thing where people were afraid to buy. They're actually more excited to buy now.
Yeah.
I feel like women have gotten to this place where they realize that they're at home, but they don't necessarily want to look and feel like they're at home. And I'm also letting them know, just because you're at home doesn't mean that you can't put a little concealer on and put a little lip on to make your day brighter. You know what I mean? Like when you look good, you feel good. So
do you think this do-it-yourself thing that's happening now with both of your industries, do you think that's the future of the industry?
I think it definitely, people love that touch and feel, like AJ said. They love to be able to talk to you about your brand. It's the same here with hair. Hair is never going away, forever in life. Like women will always want hair. And the good thing about it is I'm able to talk to them about little tutorials. Like I did a little braid crown. I was like, oh, you can do it yourself at home. You can go from day to night with this look, whatever, even though you're not going anywhere, but you can sort of just put it on and take it off, put 2 hooks, done. I got like maybe 10,000 views on this thing, and people were really, oh, Kiyah, I tried it, and sending me pictures. So people love that. You're right. They love that interaction. I had it on my calendar too, just hadn't done it.
It's like white glove service. It's going back to, I know you guys shop at like some of the nicer retailers where you go in and you have this expectation of how you want to be treated and how you should be treated while shopping. And this gives us that opportunity to provide that to our clients and to our customers, that one-on-one experience. We are still at a great place in our careers where we can have open dialogues with those individuals, even though we have teams. And I love that. I think that this is absolutely the way to go for moving in the future. One thing that I came into this year saying for myself was that I wanted to be able to work from a beach. I wanted to be able to work from Paris and or from Brazil or wherever I wanted to be. And the revenue for my business continued to move forward without me having to physically be there to touch you with that moment. So this has just catapulted, I feel like my experience by 5 years, you know what I mean? Where people are now used to this concept and they're embracing it and they want to be a part of it.
That's good to hear, because like we see a lot of negative of, oh, woe is me, this is terrible times. But I've been hearing on quite a few people saying that they've found innovative ways to increase their business, or some aspects of their business are actually taking off because of this. So I guess it's seeing the opportunity, right?
Yeah.
Having it because it is there. So
yeah.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think that people, I don't think that people thought that. I feel like when you thought about the idea of coming on a Zoom call, you thought of it being really complicated, and now the things that you are interested in are all happening on these calls. You're figuring it out, and it's just like if you didn't know anything about Instagram because you were all on Facebook, you came on over to Instagram and you start figuring it out, 'cause that's where the party is at. You know what I mean? Like even watching like DJ D Nice, right? Like how he just kind of changed the whole game. Like we're all in the room, kind of pretending or reenacting this moment that Claudia, like give me a drink at the bar, or Kiya's over there popping bottles, and it just created this whole moment. So I think it's gonna be, I think it's here to stay for sure. I think
it's here to stay too.
Yeah.
I think employers are a lot of people are not gonna go back to work.
I believe that also. I think that people are also, they're seeing that they can cut that bottom line, cut the overhead really.
Overhead, insurance
in the office, and they're saying, "Oh, the work is still getting done. Why bring you back?" You know,
that's gonna be good and bad though for some people.
Yeah, I don't like it because I don't really want anything to change. I don't really like it because when I need things, I need it at my service. And even with me, doing my wigs and things, I'm a big color girl. I'm all about color, and it's just like just adding that special touch onto that hair is like my thing. And I can't even walk into the store if I'm running out of anything. That I don't really like. I don't like that process. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to adjust to it. It's wearing me out.
Well, hopefully this lifts your spirits. We have a viewer comment. Adjoa Amor says, AJ and Kiyah, the fairy godmother and godfather of our beauty industry. Thank you for being an inspiration to me and my dreams. Adjoa Amor. I hope I said her name right.
Adjoa Amor. Did you say it right? Like Adjoa. Adjoa Amor.
J-O-A Amor. Amor. Anyway. Somebody like both of y'all, okay?
Right, exactly.
Thank you.
Hey, girl.
That's gonna feel good though, being an inspiration to others. Who y'all's inspiration coming up in the game when you were first, starting your journey?
Man, I knew mine was like, I loved Chucky Amos. I love him. Chucky was like super over the top, he wasn't really like a salon hairdresser. He was more avant-garde. So when you would see like all these asymmetrical hairstyles and fun art in the hair and all these shapes, that was Chucky. Orbe, the high-end luxury line of hairspray. Orbe, he used to do J-Lo and a bunch of other big celebrities. Like those two are my absolute favorite. And now Chris Appleton, I'm loving his work.
He's really good, yeah.
He's good.
I feel like for me, it was Pat McGrath. For sure, it was Sam Fine,
Sam,
Sam, right, of course. I mean, and then Kevin Aquan, like those were, and Billy B. Like a lot of people forget about him, but like Billy B was like really like that artist that was doing all of the music videos that I was watching, and I was like, man, like who is this? And Matthew Anderson, which a lot of people don't really know him, but he did that.
Yes,
yeah, like just these are really amazing artists that just kind of I feel like they really shaped and molded the way that I looked at beauty and just even my desire to want to be a part of the industry. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, because of the quarantine, a lot of people are just not motivated to get it together and to be cute. And we around the house, hair looking crazy, eyebrows, grown mustaches, nails is up. What are some things we can do to get motivated to like not let it go too far? Because we don't want to get too comfortable. Yes.
Too comfortable in the.
Because you're eating. I say pull it. I say pull everything out. Like I've really been encouraging a lot of my followers to create Zoom parties or Instagram live parties. And I like the Zoom parties because you get to see everybody. Yeah. When you do an Instagram live, you only see the words coming up. But when you do a Zoom party, you really just you have a reason to want to break out your makeup brush and to break out your lipstick and put a little something on and do it all together. Like, that could be really fun. Bring your drinks and just have like makeup and mimosas and call it an afternoon. You know what I mean? That is what I encourage girls to do.
Yeah. Well, for me, girls are asking me about hair. So, I'm all about Muse hair, changing it up. Like for me, girls are asking me now, I just did something recently on 3 looks. You can go from the office to put your glasses on, pull your hair up in a little bun, pop her a pin in there. She's cute. Then you can take her off. Look, I'm going to do 3 looks for you real quick.
All right, let's get it.
All right, take off the glasses, right? I have my little drawstring. These little ponytails are so great. You can order them online. I don't sell these in my collection. Take the pin off, okay? I've already molded my hair. Then I can move into my second look. How about this? And I got a wig, right? I know everybody has a little cute little bob wig. This is a little synthetic wig that I had, right? So I take this, pop this on, and now I got the little la-la look. Remember on my website, I'm not sure if any of you guys saw, but I take and I pop this on, and voila, here you have, let me get close, hold on. And voila, I got that look, the little cute look with the little flip. You know what I mean? So you can do so many fun things when you got to go to work. You got to be on web calls. You want to go to D-Nices. You can put your little ponytail back on. Everybody got an extra bundle of hair at the house, long, because you know the girls hate to cut the weave, y'all.
Yeah.
You know they don't want to cut the weave 24 inches to the floor. You can take it, sew it together, ponytail, pop it on. She cute, you know? So
I love that you can snap your ponytail off on spot.
Yes, honey.
It reminds me of that episode where, Viola Davis like pulled her wig off on How to Get Away with Murder.
Exactly. Look, got my little la-la, put my little spray.
That is cute, actually. And that's synthetic.
Right? And it's synthetic, honey. She cute. All you need is about 6 pins.
Synthetic, they don't last that long, but you get them cheaper, right?
Synthetic doesn't last that long, but they're a little bit cheaper for just things like this. Like I wouldn't try to walk around with her, honey. She might be a little matty ratty, but you go for quality. My pieces are more masstige. So the girls like Lala, Sierra, Halle Berry, a lot of girls wear my pieces. I just don't put everybody on blast because that's more for my celebrity collection. And then I have something that's a lot more mass market. Ponytails, easy, clip on. I take wigs, fold them in half and put them in the back, gel the front. You got a whole nother look. Because girls don't really feel like putting the wig on, doing the braids. When you want a ponytail, you can take a full wig and put it tight and it'll go into a ponytail. That's how most artists do it anyway.
I tried to do that today, but I need your assistance. I'm not moving that much because it could fall off.
Right. But see how you can stage it? Pop it to the side. Boop, boop. And look at me on camera. I got a whole nother look, y'all. Hold on.
Right, basically. So,
AJ,
before she fall off.
What about you? Tips to people to, do something around the house.
Oh, for sure. So honestly, I think you can get it all done. I try to teach girls you can get it all done with one blush brush. And I actually, I take an artist kit and I absolutely love this. And I'm going to show you real quick how I purposely didn't put anything on my face for this because I wanted you to see the immediate difference just by with one brush and one cream foundation, like what it can do to just kind of change your entire appearance. Like that little bit literally just kind of wakes your entire face up, and you don't have to use a lot of product in order to do that. So I think it's just about understanding that makeup doesn't have to be hard. Taking like a lipstick, like I love using just lipsticks as contour color and blending that into the cheek as well, which is really nice. So as you can see right here, it just adds a little bit more dimension without it being so heavy. So these are things that you already have in your kit that you can basically, or in your makeup bag. Like these are things in your makeup bag that you can just always repurpose. So take the makeup bag out and see what's in there. If there's like an orange color or like some other thing that you bought, maybe at a drugstore or you bought it wherever you buy your makeup and you felt like, man, like I'll never wear that because I'm just afraid of it. This is the time to experiment with all of those things and just using things that you already have. Like I love taking lip gloss. I have a beautiful shade of lip gloss that I used on
But AJ, let me ask you, does the stuff get old? Because I am doing just that because I'm in here every day. I'm on videos, I'm doing stuff. Does it get old? You know, you go back into your kit where people do all these giveaways. Can you still use lipstick from like a year ago or?
Lipstick from a year ago, you can use. Mascara from a year ago, you cannot use. Like mascara probably has like a shelf life of maybe 6 months. Is
that because of bacteria?
Bacteria, absolutely. Like the bacteria, you definitely don't want that. So don't use it past 6 months. Just throw it out. And also too, you can smell your mascara to see if the scent has changed a bit, or if you smell something from it. And if you smell something from it, then it's time to throw it out. Also, lipsticks lipsticks have a little bit more life to them, and you can you can also smell those and see how they've changed as well over time. But lipsticks you can kind of keep a little bit longer. Yeah.
Oh, okay, because I have the same color. I buy old colors, a few of them. I have hundreds of the same stuff. Okay, like
Right.
ridiculous. And okay, so my lipstick I can keep them around for a while, but my
Right.
Yep. Lipsticks you can keep around for a while. You want to get rid of mascara, anything around the eyes that can like really that can basically infect your eye or give you something kind of crazy, and you want to get rid of it. Lip glosses, I wouldn't keep those past a year as well, because if they're, especially if it's something that you're constantly using. I mean, if you have a lip gloss for a year that you're still using, like I don't know what to tell you. Like you might need, it might be time to just get another one.
Go to CVS, Walgreens.
Yeah,
It's okay.
just if you're trying to hang on to it, like just go get it.
it seems like now
Foundation you can. Oh, I'm sorry. Foundation. I was gonna say foundation. You can. My foundation you can actually keep for more than 5 years, but some foundations you need to get rid of, especially if it's like a vegan formulation. A liquid.
Oh yeah.
After about a year, about 8 months.
I want to ask about like beauty don'ts, hair and makeup, because it seems like now people are really trying to like, do things themselves with there's a lot of people online on YouTube giving tutorials, and everybody thinks, oh, I could do that. And I don't think everyone can do that. I'm sorry. I don't agree.
Me neither. Me neither. I don't either. What I want, that is Claudia, you started it. I want it to stop. I want that phase of hair to end. I never jumped on it. My corporate women, that's not their look anyway. So I'm trying to show a different way how I can feel and look a little bit more natural. How you can be partial, a little glue, but then a little bit of your own edge. That gelled down baby hair, because the girls don't know, lace front wigs originally was for film and television. Right. It was not theater, Broadway, things like that. So it wasn't for you to walk around in New Orleans in the hot sun, weave on fleek, pop him up records. No, it can't. It pops up.
But Kiyah, you don't like that? I actually feel like it's super convenient. If I could wear like a new hairstyle every day like that, I probably would. So why not that?
Why not the gel and all that? That's what I mean. The
why,
baby hair.
Is it because it's dated, or
it's it's so.
You need a professional.
Yeah, it's just not right. And they don't realize you have to scrub it down with alcohol after every use. After every use, to get the lace to be sheer enough to mesh into your face.
Because you see people that have the makeup still on the lace.
Because the girls are lying to them. Because they lie to you online and they say, oh, and the lace don't come off. Look, translucent lace. Oh, glueless lace. Those are lies, honey. Those are lies.
And how bad are they for your edges? Like, do they tear your edges up?
Well, they don't have to, because the girls are really using the gel as lace. I mean, as lace glue. I use spirit gum, which is a little bit more professional. It definitely, if you don't remove it properly, yes, it can. But if you remove it with the 99% alcohol, then you're good. I have girls that wore it every single day for shows and everything.
So now, Kiyah, you're getting ready to have everybody on Amazon looking for spirit gum. So explain to them how they're going to be able to use this.
Well,
because that's what you just did. Like, she's like, oh, now use this. Now I need to go get spirit gum.
Well, spirit gum is good, but you definitely have to know how to play with it. You probably should go over to KiyahWright.com so she can show you those things. But it really is about just cleaning off that lace. I sell the spirit gum. It's great, but if you don't apply it well, it will not last correctly. You know what I mean? Like they think they can go to sleep, wash their face, sweat, perspire, wake up, and it's still the same. It's not. You have to clean that lace. Makeup gets inside of the fibers. It's just, you need proper information to wear lace front wigs. You really do.
And hair and makeup is supposed to make you look better, not worse. And sometimes I see it, I'm like, oh, sis, like,
girl.
I just want to stop putting layers of foundation on. Like, I feel like if this quarantine hasn't taught women anything, is that they can look beautiful without pounds and pounds of makeup. And that's just a heavy look. Like, just pull back. Like, pull back a layer. Don't do 40 colors of eyeshadow on your lid. That's over. Like, we don't have to do that anymore.
Right.
I really just want women to see themselves before you see the makeup. Like if I see your makeup before you walk in the door, then I just missed you altogether. So
this era right now of just being so extra, like I was going to ask you with makeup, you know, that the highlight thing that's kind of like, you know, it's been in the last couple of years, like really people have been going heavy, like going to the grocery store, it's like highlight, contour, and it's so much. And I'm like, everyone looks the same. What do you, I don't even know, like, again, with makeup, it should be to enhance what you have. It looks like everyone's trying to look like the same person.
yeah, you know what? But I think that's
Wow.
it. They are. They really are. Like they're learning makeup on these tutorials, and it's very much a paint
It's
by
one look.
numbers kind of a thing. So if your favorite influencer is doing 23 steps, then now you're watching and you feel like in order to get the look, you have to do all 23 steps. And the reality is that every time you do something new on the face, that constitutes a look. If you want like I know there's so many girls who don't understand how to use highlighter. I say take a lip gloss like this one from it's called Johnny from AJ Crimson Beauty, and literally pat it in on your palms of your hands and just tap it into your cheekbone. This will give you more of like a beautiful, like that J-Lo glow kind of a thing.
Oh, AJ, I see a little glow on that.
Yeah, exactly.
Cheekbone.
And it's super easy. It's simple. You don't have to be intimidated by it. There's a group of women who are actually in love with every product, and she's down to take 2 hours to put her makeup on. But then there's another larger group of women out there who just don't have that kind of time. She doesn't have that kind of know-how. She doesn't have that kind of confidence. And I think that what I want to do is just reinstill that confidence back in her to just say, hey, like, you know, you actually don't need all 23 steps. You really don't. Like take a little,
23.
take what you have, take a lip gloss, put it on the cheek, take a little lip gloss and put it on the eyelid. That will help reflect light if you don't know how to use eyeshadow. Repurposing your lipsticks, like trying something new, like just pick one trend and work with that, as opposed to feeling like you have to have all 3 trends or all 40 trends that are happening at one time on one face.
I like to see someone that's overly accessorized, the bracelet, the rings, the pinky ring, the bracelet.
Well, black folks, you know how we do.
The extra.
We
I
love
can't
it.
understand. Let me ask y'all both this. So you have a client, right? And they want a hair look for themselves or makeup look for yourselves that you think is totally wrong for them. Do you just let them go down that path because that's what they want and they're paying for it?
You know I don't. You know I can't. You know Kiyah Wright is absolutely the hair Nazi. She cannot hold herself together. I cannot even handle it. I will. You know me, Claudia. I will say, like I will try to just at least suggest something else. Like, you know, have you ever thought about just adding a little bit of, you know, color, or, you know, just arching your eyebrows a little bit, or, you know, trying my dentist, or I'll say it. Like, I don't really mind because it's not from a bad place.
Right.
I feel like I've gotten to a place with my clients where we can actually have we're just so real with each other because we're friends.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, girl, like that's not what you want to do. Or if she's really adamant about, oh, I really want to do this color, then I'll say, okay, cool. Like, well, here, pick the color. Let me see if you see it in my palette. And then she'll pick it out and I'll do it my way. That's the thing. I think it's about doing it your way. I think we can always find like a middle ground to getting where you want to go. But I'm going to always do it the way that I feel delivers that message best for you, as opposed to if you had done it at home yourself. So I think there's just a middle ground for it. But I actually have one client who, she was like, oh, I don't wear orange, I don't wear purple, I don't do this. And I literally just, when we first met, I said, hey, I'm going to push you every time. And she would look at me, come close to her with a lip color. And she's like, oh, what's that? I was like, oh, it's purple. AJ, you know I don't wear purple. I said, yes, you do. You do today. It's going to be beautiful. And she looks at it and she's like, oh, I hate it every time you do that because I really do love it after you do it. I was like, just trust me. I'm not going to steer you wrong.
Yeah, because it's a story. Because that's our job, is to kind of create a story. Like when you come in to see me, I'm doing that. I'm assessing you. I'm looking at you from head to toe. I can tell if you have a maintenance regimen by how you come to the salon. Like I can tell, like women that are really into themselves, they come out done, even to the salon to get done. Yeah. Like I can tell the woman who's like just a working woman, who she's just a working woman and she's coming after work in her scrubs, or, you know, however, her nails are really not polished. She's low maintenance. I can tell, and I know what to suggest for her. That's one of the reasons why I am a celebrity stylist that still loves the salon, because I love the everyday woman. Like she is like my favorite. I'm able to be more creative. I'm inspired by her as well to push me a little bit further, you know? So
stories, I want to know how both of y'all got started. How'd you get started?
Wow. How did you start, AJ? I think we even met around the same time.
So I met you a couple years after. So actually, I started out in radio. I moved into artist development, where I was working for Michael Bivins from New Edition Biv 10 Records, and that trickled into styling, and then that trickled into makeup.
Wow.
I literally started doing makeup because I was on a shoot and we were working with this 16-year-old girl, and you know, I come from a world where we pull references to decide like what this girl would look like, and the makeup artist could not get these references. And I was like, man, if I had your stuff, I would just do this myself. And in the moment, thinking about it, it sounded far-fetched, but I sat back and I thought, like, I need to go figure this out. So fast forward, I worked on a movie called 8 Mile. You may have seen it or heard of it. And the costume department, and then I was invited to come to LA to finish the movie. So with $500 and a bus ticket, I was off to LA. And that literally changed the entire course of my life. Fergie from Black Eyed Peas was my first client. Then
how does Fergie from Black Eyed Peas become your first client, though?
Because at the time, like she was just on the ground level. Like she hadn't really gotten the Peas yet. She was making her comeback basically. So this is like her new group. We were all poor, and I had met her through will.i.am's then stylist, who was basically doing a runway show for him. And then we just connected, and she had like this little white Mustang, this 1986 white Mustang wearing white beaters and Dickies. And we hit it off. In the early years, like literally we were splitting my airfare to make sure I could go with her where she had to go. And it wasn't a lot of money, but it was a great experience until it became a lot of money. And
how'd your family react to this is what I want to do? Because people that are in the arts, usually the family's like, are you sure you want to do that? You don't want to get something stable?
To be honest, I don't think they really understood what I was setting off to do. And the day that I left to get on that bus, I didn't tell anybody that I was doing it until I was on the bus. Mm-hmm. The bus was pulling out, and I called my mother and I just said, hey, like, I think I'm going to try to go to LA again. And she was like, when do you think you're thinking about going? I said, I think I'm going to go right now. And she's like, wait, where are you? I said, I'm on the Greyhound. And she's like, what? It's like, she said, okay, well, how long is it going to take you to get there? And I said, well, 3 days. And she said, well, when are you coming back? And I was like, I don't know. And she was like, okay, like, well, have everything you need? I said, I think so. I mean, I have a place to stay when I get there. And that was just kind of it. I was just off on this adventure. And I think I was just open. So Mark Bridges, who was the costume designer of 8 Mile, he said to me, he was like, AJ, I have a spare room in my house. It's just me and my brother that live there. The house is big enough. You need to get out of Detroit. Like, you are much bigger than what this city can offer you. And I see that in you, and I want to give you that. So if you can get to LA, if you want to do that, the place is open. I didn't call Mark until maybe 2 days into the trip. And I was just, hey, Mark, is that opportunity still available? Because I found this window of opportunity to get out, and I'm out. And he's like, well, when are you going to be here? I was like, I will be there tomorrow. He's like, where are you? I was like, I'm on the Greyhound.
That guy.
Vegas. And so he was like, okay, I wasn't expecting you so soon, but I'll come and pick you up. And it was awesome. It was just, it just, I don't know.
I love that for our viewers that are watching. And I like people sharing their stories because, listen, there's a fork in the road, right? I can take the safe route and just do, something that gets me by, or I can go ahead and take a chance, take a leap of faith and go to LA with $500 and be on a Greyhound bus and see what happens. And, I think this is a business where there's no guarantees, and you kind of have to have that spirit of, you know what, I'm going to go for it. How did you get started and become this celebrity hairstylist?
Wow. I have so I'm originally from Washington, D.C., and back in those days, my dream was to do the biggest girls in DC, and those stars were the drug dealer girlfriends. And I was doing those. I was be like, those were like stars to me. Like, I want to do those girls, because they had the money, So I'm like 17, graduated from high school and hair school all at the same time. I grew my clientele. I never had another job, so I don't know how to do anything else. This is it. Hair is all I know. And I blew up in like probably 3 to 4 years in DC or whatever. And then I met Puffy just kind of out. You know, Puffy used to come to like Howard games and parties and like kind of talk to some of my girls, like, you know, just kind of being in our circle. And I decide to go do a hair show with a friend of ours, a mutual friend. Go to New York, do the show. I'm like probably like 21 or so. And I'm like, bring all these people up there, do this show in Brooklyn. It was a mess, but it really inspired me to see a different place and think. A year or two later, by the time I was 23, I go to New York, met this girl, her salon, everybody came to the salon. So I had to meet Biggie, Mary, Total, I meet everybody. I meet Puff, the whole thing. And meeting him really did spiral my career just from hanging out. He was like, hey, I want you to do my artist hair. And he had just started managing Faith Evans. But he was managing Mary, but Faith was his first artist. So he had me doing Faith. Oh, do this hair. Oh, I don't like that. Do it again. Then I'll give her the blonde hair. Oh yeah, I like the blonde. All right, let's go to the blonde. Then I'll give this. And he would just send her back and forth till I got it right.
Were you the first person to give her the blonde? Was she brunette before that?
I think she was brunette because I remember the car. Was she in the car with Biggie like this? Yeah. With the bang and Biggie in there. Yeah. I was there when she met him at the photo shoot. Crazy. Wow. I have so many crazy stories. You guys would take like minutes. Anyway, I meet, like I said, continue with Puffy. He started introducing me. Mary and Faith's hairstyles got into it. We swapped hairdressers. He said, Kiyah, go on the road with Mary. So now this is the first I'd ever went on the road and toured in my life. And this is probably when I met AJ because we had started working together with Faith. Yeah. So for a time period of that, I go on the road with Mary because remember their hairdressers got into a fight. Puffy swapped us. So I go with Mary. So now I'm on tour with My Life album. So we're on tour. I'm like traveling all over. And that really was the beginning of my tour life. I toured for 13 years from that moment on. I lived on the road, but I always stayed true to a salon. So I was in New York, still work. I would be on the road, go back in the salon for a month or two. Be on the road, go back in the salon, still building my reputation and name. Then boom, September 11th happens. And I had gone to LA during my travels, you know, just to sort of see, wow, I was like, wow, I could do it out here. I could do it out here. If I did it in New York, I could do it here. Boom, that September 11th happened. I probably moved 6 months later. And I just remember like my career just started to spiral. I started at a salon. I remember Tyra like really pressuring me to come and do a show. Like not her, but Jay Manuel, come and do the show for Tyra Banks. She's about to get this show. They said there's no money in television. I don't want to do hair for TV. I don't want to do that. I could be here and, you know, we can make our own money. You know what I mean? And a year later, I end up going. Best move of my life. I win 2 Emmys, not 1, but 2. And it was just monumental moments after the next just happening in my life.
You still work with Tyra to this day.
I still work with Tyra if she calls me for anything, but I don't do her as much as I did because she's been down for a while doing Model Land. But
remember we were in Dallas, she was here for an event and we set the fire alarms off?
Oh, yeah. Oh, you're so right. Oh my goodness, that's so funny.
We'll say about that offline.
I was with Tyra.
Right, I'm like,
wow, I was with Tyra. That's so crazy. She was had an event at that hotel. Yes. So whenever she calls, like, and I'm available between me and Kim Kimball, I don't mind these days being your B stylist. I am like totally moved into a space where I'm like, at times like this really showed me while I was trying to balance it all. I was thinking it was so much being a brand owner, an ambassador for P&G and doing the salon and trying to start Muse hair to hair business. It was so much. But do you know that right now, if I didn't have my hair, wigs and extension and product business, I would be devastated. Yeah. Slit my wrist, just doing celebrities. If I was if this was my hot year and I was running around, I'm hot no more.
Well, speaking of hot, you had a big moment. 2019, actress Laverne Cox used her Emmy look to make a political statement.
Yes.
How does it feel when your work is part of like something so big, like a monumental moment like that?
That for me, just working with Laverne, period, because I also have a transgender aunt as well. someone in my family who turned, trans at like a later age in our life, in our family life. And I totally just remember the beginnings, the 101s. Like you can't just, you gotta put the clothes on, you gotta, dress up every day. You gotta watch your posture. Like I was there through my aunt's transition. So I knew, what it was like, how it would feel, how the hormones would make her feel and everything. So just to, have an experience with someone like Laverne was like really awesome for me. And just to see someone be such an advocate for her, just for the transgender community is like everything. For me, you're right. It was a monumental moment for me. Those are the moments that 27 years still relevant is a big deal. 27 years, you know what I mean? As a hairstylist is a real big deal. People aspire to be a celebrity hairdresser all day, but this time right here told me you didn't save enough. If you didn't have your paperwork together, you are pretty fucked. Because as a stylist, a lot of them are independent. So a lot of them get cash business as well as they don't pay taxes.
So now you don't even get the stimulus or unemployment.
So you don't get the unemployment. And I'm actually doing a book about the business because people don't even realize, like right now, I pay myself a salary. I'm an employee of my own business. So I'm able, and I can go get an EDD check and a PPP for my staff. And you know what I mean? Like I'm straight. Like
how long do you feel like it took you to get to that place?
Till I was 37.
Disciplined.
37. I remember it because I believe that every seventh year, your mind starts to transform in your life before you turn to the big 40, 20, 30, 40, 50. I always believe it starts at the 7th year. So it's like 37. I was like, yo, shit, hold up. So I could get health insurance. And I know what transitioned it for me. I went to this hair salon one time and I saw this guy remodeling, but he had carpal tunnel. And I was like, well, how are you doing hair and remodeling? This is beautiful. How are we doing this? And you're not working. And he was like, I have insurance. And I was like, well, how much you getting a month? He was like, I'm getting 20,000. I said, shit. And it was devastating for me. And that was the moment when I was like, you know what? You don't have any financial literacy. There's no financial literacy here at all.
It's amazing how many people in our business, even famous, do not have it together, do not have insurance, do not have their business handled. Speaking of business, AJ, we have to talk about your amazing cosmetics line. How did that come about? How'd you go from being, this great makeup artist to having beautiful products that are, I cannot wait to go get my mail.
Right, exactly.
I know, I need to check.
So for me, so my first brand was called Kissable Couture. I did this line in 2008, like right around the time we had that financial crash. In 2007 is when it actually launched. Right. And then 2013, I decided, okay, I'm going to give it a little bit more attention. Like what do I love and what am I most known for and what am I most passionate about? And it's always been about skin for me. I think that's why I have the longevity that I have, because I've just made girls feel really beautiful in their own skin without it being so overwhelming. And I started with foundation, but to reach further in that, not just doing any foundation, I wanted to start with the deepest color that I could make, because I had been testing powder, I had been testing foundation sticks, and the ones that I've been coming back with, they weren't, like I remember being at a trade show and tried to swatch some things on a girl, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be a great color for you, you'll love it. And then we both looked at it, and it was a hint of green under it. And she looked at me, and I looked at her, and I was just like, I just wiped it off, because I just thought, okay, it's not right. And until I could get that deeper shade right, then there's no way that I could put this out, because most of my clientele is Black, and I had been traveling with Estelle for like maybe 3 years at that point, and I wanted to create a foundation color for her and also a contour color for her. So I started with this color called number 8, which is basically like the shade of a girl who's South Sudanese. That's how rich and deep that color is.
Wow.
And so, I mean, AJ Crimson Beauty at this point has we started that conversation on inclusion. Like, I know that in the last couple of years, you've heard about inclusion and diversity, but it was because of this color that really set that conversation off. And so many people told me that this was never going to work, and that people weren't ever going to buy that. And, you know, and Black women don't shop here, and that kind of a thing. And it really just fueled me even more to make sure that I made Black women first in this conversation. Now you're seeing extension lines. And I always thought that, why do Black women always have to buy their makeup at drugstores in order for it to work? Why can't she go to a premium retailer and find something that is of quality, because she wants to buy some of those other things, but she can't find herself within that. So, so that was really the motivation behind it, making sure that every girl really was included in that conversation.
Why do you think it took so long? I mean, we didn't just get here. We didn't just start wearing makeup. We didn't just start being in movies and TV shows, and we just wanted to be glamorous and look beautiful. Why did it just have to happen in the last, it hasn't really even been 10 years since I've seen
like the last 5 or 7.
Right.
Like, the beauty retailers, I think when I'm out trying to do my product line and just listening to what the retailers are, we just weren't in trend. We weren't the mass market of anything.
Well,
like because we became a trend. And like,
been a trend. I think we've always set the trends, and
not in the retail space.
No, they didn't want to hear it. They didn't want to listen to us. What happened was social media happened, and Black women were able to find their voice on social media and really speak out and say, hey, don't give me another 50 shades of white. Like, where are the colors for Black women? Where are the colors where we're going to see myself in there? Like, Black women spend the most on their beauty out of all the demographics. So why is it now in vogue for her to be the face of every line? They realized that they were missing so much market share, and now you're the face of every line at this point. Where they weren't talking to you before. But I also think that that's also disingenuous as well, because when you put a girl of a deeper skin tone on as the face of a line, and that girl goes to that line and she's trying to find her color and it's still not there, or it's still off, then you basically just tried to bamboozle me to get me here and then sell me something else, or try to make me fit myself into a box that was never built for me. And I think that's the main thing with AJ Crimson Beauty. I built a box that fits perfectly for you. And I think that more brands need to step up to the plate and get more people of color, more women of color, in not only on the sales floor, but in the marketing room.
Yeah, they need them in the back end.
You can have that conversation so that you can know exactly how to speak to her, and then also get them in the research and development department, because those people we aren't in those rooms to create the right shade from the start. Like, if they had a sister or a brother in there that was just like, oh, like, that's ashy, that ain't gonna work. A lot of product will come to market better and right the first time.
And on the other side, as far as buyers, and we only have a few minutes left, so I want to get to one more thing before we wrap, you guys. Buyers, if you didn't learn anything from this quarantine, you better start supporting Black businesses, okay? Yes. We have these amazing businesses, talented makeup artists, talented hair stylists, and creator of all these products. And for some reason, we have to get our minds right where we have to go in there and support wholeheartedly, because with $1 trillion of buying power, and we're not really using it to pour back into our own communities, I would like to see more of that when we come out of the other side of this quarantine, because we are making so many others millionaires, billionaires.
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah. So, okay, we're talking about feeling beautiful from our homes, and we're gonna give you guys some scenarios on how to, give people some tips. Kiyah, I'm preparing for a date night, but I don't have the energy to get my hair together. What's something
I already showed you, girl. I took it from here, my little fall, took her off, and I gave her here, honey. This is it. I put my little ponytail on, and look, the great thing about it is a quick little drawstring. You pop her in, and she's cute, honey. 1 second, and she is done.
So having
she's at the club.
Couple bobby pins, a drawstring ponytail, ready to go. 10 minutes, you're out the door.
She at the club.
Okay. Yes. AJ, it's your turn. Now that the hair is played, how can I bring some life to my face without overdoing it?
Take your concealer. I want you to take one brush, a medium-sized blush brush like this, and literally take your concealer, brush it in the center of your face. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then literally take a handful of lipsticks, things that you wouldn't normally use. Take something that's really deep. Use it as contour. Use it in the crease of the eye. Use your mascara and use lip gloss to basically give a little pop of color on the cheek. Something really simple, and use that same color on the lip, what you use on the cheek, because it'll all blend together and give you just a beautiful radiant look.
Okay.
Super fast, 7 minutes.
Speaking of radiant looks, you did a look for Lauren London. Tell us about the look you created for her.
So with Lauren, we're always about just beautiful, clean skin. And I use a lot of those techniques. So I took the Fair to Tan kit on her, and we just kind of mix. And I usually just kind of highlight in the T-zone. I would use more of a bronzing shade or like a lip gloss. Like I used, actually, no, for her, I used a deeper color like this and just basically buffed it into her skin to kind of create that cheek. But then also using that same color to give her a light smoky eye effect. And then we added lashes.
Let me see, AJ. Let me see, do it. No, I'm kidding.
You want me to do that? Oh, you want me to do that part too?
I'm kidding.
No, but even with her look, it's always just super fresh. It is being innovative. I love working with her because she doesn't like a whole lot of makeup. And I think it really can be super simple. Obviously with her, I take a little bit more time because I have it, but
she's an example of someone that uses makeup, or you two use make to enhance and not create a whole new.
Not to overdo it.
Not 23 steps.
She never wants 23 steps. She never wants to be overdone. If I try to do anything in her brow, she freaks out. She doesn't want to be contoured. So it's all of these things that just kind of make her warm and golden and bronze. And using your foundations, if you bought a darker shade of foundation, don't throw it out. Use it as a bronzer. One of the things literally, I can't say this enough, just one brush that I know you all have, or you can go get it for $5. It's literally just taking a deeper shade and just kind of blending it in around your hairline and forehead to just blend it out to give a little bit more depth.
That's what they do too when they put the lace front wigs on, guys. So remember that technique. Because when you put the lace front wig on, you want to make it dark underneath, because sometimes the glue gets light skin right here. So that little burning that he did was a good starter to the lace.
Did y'all say, are you guys friends with your client? Would you say your clients are your friends?
Some of them, yes. It is a relationship.
Yeah.
Do you, both of you, before we let you go, dream client you love to work with? I know y'all work with pretty much everybody, but a dream client you haven't worked with yet, but you would love to work with.
Oh gosh.
Who?
Michelle Obama.
Michelle Obama. Okay.
I really would love to work with Gwen Stefani.
Okay.
I just like her, or I'll take Rihanna instead if I could get two. just for period.
Jennifer Lopez.
Okay.
Jennifer Lopez. Yeah, she would be good.
And what's the first thing y'all gonna do when this quarantine is over? What do you gotta do? What are you dying to do?
I'm a busybody, so for me, I want to go to dinner.
Oh, I miss going out.
I just want to go to dinner. Like, I am sick of cooking and cleaning up all day. That's all I feel like I'm doing. Tidying up all day, washing clothes, recording. It's like a cycle here. I'm done. I want to go to dinner, and I want to go to the workout.
And AJ?
I feel like I want to go see my little nephews. I want a hug. I think that's what I want. I want a real hug.
Yeah. Oh, quit it, AJ.
I'm serious, because I'm here by myself, so like I'm hugging on myself.
You're quarantining by yourself?
Yeah.
Kiyah?
No, I'm here with my boyfriend, so that is really nice, and we get along for the most part.
That right there is a blessing. I want to thank both of you for joining me tonight with some great makeup tips. Where can people find you online?
So you can find me at ajcrimson.com, and you can also find me on Instagram at ajcrimson.
And I am Kiyah Wright #1 on Instagram, and go to my YouTube page, because I'm doing so many tips and tricks, DIY, all type of great stuff. So Kiyah Wright over on YouTube.
Thank you so much. I cannot wait to see both of y'all and get my hair and my makeup done.
Yes, Claudia, I owe you one. I owe you one.
Yeah, I'm gonna take.
I owe you one. Please take it.
I need a whole new situation.
Yes.
I need a post-quarantine look.
I got you.
All right, I'd like to thank my special guests, Kiyah Wright and AJ Crimson, for joining me tonight. Thanks for watching us on Fox Soul, and please tell all your friends to download the Fox Soul TV mobile app. Please stay tuned for my guy, Sean, with the Book of Sean, and I'll see you guys back here tomorrow on Fox Soul. You'll have a great one.